Unit 5 study guide, working on the bonus problem now. Okay, the easiest place to start, the quickest answer to get right off the start is this one, because it's the total of these two numbers. So off to the side here I can do that. Remember, when you add fractions, you need a common denominator. So in this case, I'm not going to do anything with the whole numbers. I'm just going to get my common denominator. 3 and 2, the common denominator would be 6. That's what they both multiply up to. To make this a 6, I would have multiplied it by 3. Do the same to the top. This is 3/6. Yes, 3/6 is 1/2. This 1/3, I would multiply the 3 by 2 to make it a 6. Do the same to the top. It's 2/6. Now I can add. The whole numbers would add up to 5, and then 3/6 plus 2/6 would give me 5/6. Okay, so this is 5 and 5/6. Okay, as you're doing these problems, the thing is you have to look for sections of this, sections of this table where you know 3 of the 4 items. The easiest place to see it right now is right here. You know 3 of the 4 you know the numbers that go in 3 of the 4 boxes, so you can solve for this box right here. The way you do that, you set up a proportion. I'm definitely going to need more paper, more room for this. Okay? Set up a proportion. So again, start off with line equals line. The information that you know both parts of, I'm going to put it as run over bike. And again, the labels help because you've got to do the same thing on both. You've got to set up both sides of the proportion the same way. So this is 2 1/2 over 3 1/3 biked. And this one, I'm missing the run, so the X is on top, and I know how many miles were biked, 5 1/2. All right, take this out of the way and let's do this work. Okay, again, you want to cross multiply. I'm going to go ahead and stop right now and change these into improper fractions because we're going to do a lot of multiplying. We need them written as improper fractions or fractions greater than 1. So this top one, 2 times 2 is 4 plus the 1. This is 5/2 that have been, again, this is the run over the bike. 3 1/3. 3 times 3 is 9 plus the 1. This is 10/3 equals, the X isn't going to change. 2 times 5 is 10 plus the 1 is 11. So that's 11/2. Now cross multiplying. It's going to be that 10/3 times X is going to equal what you get when you multiply the other direction, which is going to be 5/2 times 11/2. This part, you basically just drop the dot and say that this is 10/3 X. Over here, when you multiply fractions, you multiply numerator times numerator, denominators times denominators. So 5 times 11, 55. 2 times 2, 4. Now you have an equation. You can solve the equation. X is being multiplied by 10/3. You need to undo that to get the X by itself, to isolate the variable. So you are going to divide by 10/3. Again, the equal sign's the balancing point. You've thrown it out of balance. You have to do the same thing over here, which is divide by 10/3. Over here, 10/3 over 10/3, that is 1. So this is 1x, or I could just say x. And on this side, this is dividing. 55/4 divided by 10/3. Write it as a division problem using the line with the 2 dots division sign. I wish I knew what that was called. So it is 55/4 divided by 10/3. I'm going to drop that 1. This side is still just x. You don't really divide with fractions. You multiply by the reciprocal, or keep, change, flip, or keep, dot, flip. This is going to be 55/4 times 3/10. I like reducing before I multiply. 55 and 10 can both be divided by 5. So let's reduce right now. 10 divided by 5 gives me 2. 55 divided by 5 is 11. Nothing else to reduce. It's always got to be a number above and a number below that both can be divided by the same thing. The 4 and the 2 are both below, so we can't reduce those. Now, multiplying fractions, all you have to do is multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. 11 times 3 is 33. 4 times 2 is 8. Change that into a mixed number. 8 would go into 33 4 whole times. That's the whole number part. 4 times 8 is 32. So yes, it goes in 4 whole times. 32 from 33, we'd have 1 piece left over. That is 1/8 that is left over. So the answer in this box is 4 1/8. That is 4 1/8 right here. And again, to add these two, that's the next easy thing to get, is when we have this, we can get the total. We need a common denominator. So again, that is going to be, I'm just going to change it right here because I only have to change this one. 1/2, the common denominator for eighths and halves is going to be eighths. So make this into 5 4/8. You multiply the bottom by 4, you multiply the top by 4. 5 4/8 plus 4 1/8. 5 plus 4 gives me 9. 1/8 plus 4/8. You've got 1 piece plus you've got 4 more. You have 5/8. 9 5/8. Okay, I'm going to stop there.